Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz and welcome to another rousing episode. I'm none other than Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. Last time we began our adventure in the newly discovered region of Iga, in which we battled gigantic robots, destroyed a ton of towns and villages, and overall joined forces with a mysterious ninja known by Yae, and she's going to be helping us for the rest of our time here in the world of Japan, and she is actually pretty decent, although you might be surprised once we start seeing some combat with her and some of her other abilities. Now, starting in the sleepy town of Zazen, we can finally investigate the odd occurrences that have been happening here, starting with this man. This is the Zazen town of Yamashiro. It's a very old and historical town. Thank you, but let me just guess that this dog probably has more information for us than you do. This is the Kansai region. Arf! Impressive. While playing this game, you can also become an expert in Japanese geography. It's cute, but there are a ton of people to talk to around here, and it turns out, I wonder where Yoshi went. He's always been determined to become a great dancer. Interesting. So Yoshi's gone missing, huh? And he aspired to be a dancer. One by one, kids with dancing talent have been kidnapped in the Shikoku region. I'd better save them with my secret powers. Well, on second thought now, my back's been bothering. Same, brother. Also, this guy running around in his slippers and jams. Dude, where's your mask? Whoa, dude, I saw it, man. It was like a huge long thing flying across the sky. It didn't happen to be following the peach-shaped UFOs, did it? Benkei is sitting on the Goju Ohashi Bridge, not allowing anyone to get through. He'll let them through once he's taken everything and added to his collection. Ooh, that sounds weird, also extremely suspect. Children in this area are being kidnapped. What has this world come to? Girl has been like that for ages. But if we want to continue on with the plot of the game, we need to find some way to bust through Benji's defenses and hopefully, cross this bridge. But unfortunately, yes, I did call you Benji, not Benkei. Hey, stop right there. If you want to get by here, hand over the treasure you have. Well, come on, what's it gonna be? Well, we could either take a different route, but let's tell them the truth. We have no treasure. What? You poverty-stricken good-for-nothing. What? I'm only American. Alright, let's get out of here. We need to find some way to get past this stupid dum-dum, which means we're gonna have to enter, of course, the shopping district through the corridor. And this area is pretty massive, and it's kind of interesting. But we'll go poke our heads in each of these just to see what we have to offer, starting with the general store. So, if you need a little bit more defense, you could buy either a sombrero or a metal helmet, which I think will give us 5 extra hit points. But if you think about it, sombrero could give us 3 shots, which is interesting because the metal helmet will actually give us only 5 shots. So I don't know why the discrepancy in effectiveness and the pricing is so high, but sure, we'll take it. We'll just have some matching apparel for once. But that will be all. Also get rid of some of this hard-earned cash that we've been accumulating. You could also go in here, and a lot of these are not going to be of really great use to us. That's the inn. If you want to save, you can head in there. But it would be a good idea to at least set foot in most of these places, if not only to find coffee shops. So over here, we've still got the Mr. Rice Cake Man, or rice pudding person. We go in here, and this is a very indistinct area. How's it going, ma'am? Sorry, but this is no store. But visit all kinds of places and listen to what people have to say. And I'm sure good things will happen. She's like dancing, doing a little jig to the music. So adorable. Also, why would you want to live in the middle of like a shopping district? I feel like that would be absolutely miserable. I mean, sure, your groceries are right there, but still, man, that'd be kind of rough. So, we're gonna head through this actual corridor of bamboo, which looks so cool, man. Oh, I'd love to come over here. We have a little prayer pool. We can just dip our little feetsies in there, have a little swim. But more importantly, there is a shrine of sorts over here that if we whack a couple of times, there we go. Now, give me good things, such as a silver cat. There we go. And then there she is, her little animation. That's cute. Look at that. She's like, woo! Balance is all off. You know, something I meant to mention this earlier, but this game really makes me want to play Skies of Arcadia also. If you guys have played, you might see it, but It's one of those things. So we're on the other side. This town is kind of like a mirror image of itself. It's kind of unusual, but it's kind of cool. Oh, hey, there's a kid right here.
My mom tells me not to go outside because kids are being kidnapped. But I'm a big boy now. There's nothing I can't handle.
Sure. Whatever you say there, buddy. So there was only a couple of shops on this side. And if we head in here, I don't think it's going to be important, but we can go talk to this guy who's doing some sketchy things. What's up, man? I hear there are guys using gigantic robots to attack towns and villages. You're not those guys, are you? No, Mr. Officer, I'm not. Please don't throw me in the clink, please. Yeah, so another police box. Doesn't sound like fun at all. And we head in here, and this should be the restaurant, I think. Yeah. Huh. So we can't actually even buy anything from her. As much as I want some hot tofu or some sauced spicy dumplings, she's not gonna let us eat it. So yeah, imagine being turned away by a restaurant because you've eaten too much before you even set foot in there. But the last area is actually gonna be the best one. Check it out, it's the return of the plasma. I love this guy, and these dancing things, and they're not supposed to be people. Oh, that's so creepy. It's so good. But what's even better, howdy, welcome to the Plasma Fortune Teller. How can I help you? Hands on hips and everything, thrusting his pelvis. Sure, help me out here. Okay, well, let's get started then. In order to make Benkei move over on the Goju-Hayashi Bridge, go meet the rude guy who you'll find fishing at the Duck Creek in Zazen Town. Plasma! How did his voice just started sort of degenerating into like a goofy impersonation? Oh my god, just the fact that he says like howdy though, you know. Now on this side of town, there's actually a lot more doors. Excuse me, sir, do you have something to say? There are all kinds of things to eat in each part of Japan. It's not a bad idea to visit different areas just to feast on the great food. Yeah, you're telling me. But something also tells me we need to find Duck Creek. So we have the Shugoku region. We'll explore that later. What about you, ma'am? Are you the mom? There's just one person in this town who has crossed the Goju-Ohashi Bridge without handing anything to Benkei. Yeah, he sounds like he's kind of like a thorn in all of your sides. His face is pretty good looking, but when it comes to his personality, yeah, some weird translation issues there. So over here, we've got ourselves the Golden Temple, and we'll be able to return here relatively shortly for a bit of a trial of sorts. And we also got Mount Nyoigataki. I don't know how to pronounce that, but we don't have to go there for a minute. Meanwhile, this guy's gonna be hogging the sign here. Benkei, all right, he's a treasure maniac, because of course he is. He waits at the bridge for the lookout for rare treasures carried by people. Yeah, you don't say. So we're actually gonna head this way because this is Duck Creek, but it'll be the upstream part of it. And what we can do is just head down a little bit and we'll be able to find our dear friends soon. Thank you, Mr. Doggo, he's so excited. If you go down the creek, you'll reach midstream, and then a little further is downstream. Yeah, which would mean that since I'm here, I must be up the creek without a paddle. It's been a minute since I've read all of the dialogue boxes for these characters, but I didn't remember that one. Goodness. All right, so we can just run down here. Thought we would have to probably swim, but no. We actually have some business to do here in the river, so I'm not going to be too concerned about that. For now, let's head up here and see what could possibly await this sign. This is my property. Ushiwaka. Oh, that name sounds a little familiar. Are you Ushiwaka? You don't look like a him to me. Who are you? You've got a nerve asking me who I am. You don't recognize me? I'm only telling you once. Keep your ears wide open. I'm Ushiwaka, the best looking knight in the world. Now, remember that. Sure. People do say that you have a nice face and that you're the rude guy, but something tells me that your model doesn't sincerely, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. This game was very progressive for 1997, all right? Let's just talk to him and see if we can get some of his help. Excuse me. What do you want? Well, do you know Benkei? Of course I do. He's like a follower to me. Wait a sec. I bet you're trying to get across the Goju-Ohashi Bridge that Benkei's blocking. Yeah. I don't want to say no, but sure. Well, why didn't you tell me in the first place? Just do me a favor, and I'll tell you how to deal with Benkei. Well, what do you say? Sure, I guess. Alright, it's decided. Okay, catch me some fish from the Duck Creek. First, catch 3 bluefish. So this part's kind of annoying because we really just have to end up going up and down the creek catching these things. And I think we do it in 3 stages, each one getting progressively more fish. And if you catch the wrong one, it doesn't matter. The game will literally just be like, oh, that's not a blue fish or something. Hello, can I grab you, please? There you go. They have some like weird ass like frame issues, but we got those and we will return back. And believe it or not, this isn't even the worst type of fishing game in video games there are. Alright, 5 yellowfish. Guess we'll do that. So I think generally these guys would probably also be in the same spot every time. But yeah, we are going to have to once again go through and catch a bunch of redfish. So this gives us an opportunity to just kind of hang out here and chat it up a little bit. Have some fun while we get our feet wet and catch this person's dinner for them. I guess people are right when they are saying his personality wasn't the greatest, but that's alright. I'm gonna catch you. Catch you. Nice. Ugh, get over here, man. I need you. I need you to help me cross the bridge. Thank you. And is there another one up here? There is. Okay, well, I was considering just going backwards and catching the one that respawned, but I don't know if they do respawn, so it might not be worth it. But let's keep in mind that there's only one right out here. So we'll probably go the other direction to start collecting reds, because I think they're actually more in that way. Anyways, but yeah, ooh, there's also 2 over here. But I think they make you get 8 for the next one. It's a little silly, and none of the yellows did respawn, so it's a good thing to grab that. Alright, Oshiwaka, here you go. How many more do you need? Pretty good. Okay, this is the last. Get me 8 redfish. Sure. Were there any over here? I think there were just blues. Just a couple of blues, man. Alright, we'll start over here and we'll enjoy. Which, speaking of, I hope you guys have liked the series so far. I don't anticipate this being a severely long project, so if for whatever reason you've gotten this far in the video and you're still watching but you don't like the series, then yeah, don't worry. It's not a very long game, which I think a lot of people kind of criticized it for being relatively straightforward and not the longest, but personally, I think it's the perfect length. Like, the pacing is fairly decent, and aside from like moments like this or when you have to do a lot of backtracking, you really don't have to spend a lot of busy time doing nothing. There's generally something happening, and the game is just open enough to let you do whatever you need to progress. So with that, can I collect you? Hey, get over here. And there's another one here. You're number 8, right? You should be. Get over here. Yeah, he didn't look so good, did he? He looked like he's on the brink of death, man. So, yeah, I've been having a good time playing and reliving some of these memories. I went and ordered some Game Fanner, some Fan Gamer pins, which is nice, even more nostalgia for my stash. And we're good. So, here you go. Can I be done with this, please? All right, you did it. With all this fish, I won't go hungry for some time. See, that's a hymn? I don't know, I feel like the Legend of Dragoon came out like around the same time as this, and maybe this looks a little better than that, but someone looks a little familiar. Alright, as promised. Ooh, throw this at Benkei. I'm sure he'll move to the aside. Yeah, so triumphant. But we were received an Achilles heel, which is strange and odd in and of itself, but, you know, not the worst thing in the world. So let's go ahead and jog up here, because this is actually the way directly into his heart. And I'm gonna have Goemon have a little bit of time in the sun. Hey, you over there, if you want to cross this bridge, ugh, I can see in your eyes you want to fight. Very well, however, if you lose, I will blast you far, far away. That's not good. Well, it's a fight with Benkei. Look for the instant Benkei reaches the ground when jumping, and throw the Achilles heel at him 3 times within the time limit. This is weird. The item can be thrown by pressing the B button. Alright, we shall begin. So this is like really dumb because you have like a little bit of a delay before you can toss the thing, and then occasionally he will end up like guarding against it, and I don't know what happens if you lose, but there, he will stop it. So you just have to be like perfect on your timing, and done. ever since the Achilles heel was thrown at Benkei. Achilles heel was meant to be the weak point of someone. There's something fishy about that story. To be defeated in the same manner as I was by Ushiwaka. Please, I beg you, don't tell anyone that I lost. Please. I'll let you pass the bridge at will, and I'll give you something for my collection. And as it turns out, it's our final party member. Shocker. Wow, it's our friend Sasuke. What Benkei pulled out was all stiff with batteries almost falling out. It was none other than the mechanical ninja Sasuke. Where'd you get this? Well, it came falling from the sky just the other day. I wonder if it has anything to do with the explosion at the wise man's house. That was just yesterday, actually. Well, in any case, don't tell a single soul that I lost. Man, I love that. I just gotta keep that going for the rest of time. But by walking through the door, we're gonna head to Yamato, and this region is also not very large, but there is a lot to do here, and I'm gonna take a bit of a breather and make sure that recording is going through, because I'm actually a little bit nervous about that, and check some other things. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you here in just a moment for the continuation of Mystical Ninja. Talk to you guys then.